Okay, welcome to day 95 of playing through the 100 line Last Defense Academy. Today we are on some day I don't really remember. I spent the last couple hours shitting my brains out. Intermediately? Yeah, intermediately. But anyways, yeah, then we would strike us again on day 47, so there wasn't any issue with us leaving the school unattended for a while. But just in case of any unexpected attacks, we decided that the 8 of us would remain at the school. The remaining 7 of us went out to search for the ruins, but we're not getting anywhere. There's no sign of it here. We didn't find anything either. Oh yeah, they're looking for the magical thing that gets rid of the bacteria. This is driving me crazy. I told you it wouldn't be that easy to find. At any rate, it's already nighttime. Yeah, let's get back and try again tomorrow. And the school bus is broken down. That's what's currently going on day 34. We return to the school and report our results, or lack thereof, to the defense team. Our friends who had been guarding the school were disappointed for a moment, but they shrugged it off. It's fine, we still got 8 days left, right? You'll be sure to find it if you just keep looking patiently. Nobody seemed too discouraged by the situation. We had a late dinner and went our separate ways. Eventually, everyone returned to their rooms. Everyone except me and Hiruko, that is. Why is this happening? Why is the bacteria here in this timeline too? I told you, didn't I? The particle bacteria depends on quantum luck. It's an entirely fickle phenomenon that plays by its own rules. There's no sense trying to reason out. Let's focus on what we're going to do from here on, namely find the QB liquid. Do you have any ideas? Hiruko listlessly shook her head. Either way, we're in trouble. Our class weapons will be found by our electronics, traps, the escape pod, anything made of metal. All of it will end up falling apart. Even the machine in the defense room that holds Shion's real body, which means, exactly at this rate, we're all going to die. Just like the day before, we split up into a group of 7 to explore and 8 to defend the school. Hiruko and I were part of the exploration team. We spent all day going from place to place in search of QB liquid. But in the end, we had nothing to show for it. We gave up on the search for now and decided to pick it up the next day. We decided to switch out the members of the search and defense teams randomly each day. Today I ended up in the defense team. After breakfast, I sent off the exploration team with a few words of encouragement. After that, I went back to my room. What should I do now? Should I go back and look for the book? Reflections on imprecatory metempsychosis? No, that probably wasn't the right move for today. My mind was so preoccupied with the particle bacteria, I doubt I could focus. So I can't just sit around staring at the ceiling. Other people staring at the school were Takamaru, Nozomi, Yugumu, Kiyoshika, the Tsukuma twins, and Eva. I decided to see what they were all up to. Can't go exploring now. No, he just likes poverty food. Which is fair. Poverty food is quite good. So we could either talk to Nozomi or Yugumu. Okay, talk to Nozomi. She's quite silent. What are you doing here? I was making some medicine. Kiyoshika was walking while half asleep and tripped and fell down the stairs, so I wanted to make her an ointment for her bruises. I learned how to make medicine from Nozomi. After spending some time together, you understand Nozomi better now. Is he doing repairs? Come to do some sewing, Mr. Sumino? I'm just using the sewing machine to patch up the clothes I found when I was out exploring. Yeah, he likes secondhand clothing. I remember this. At night, I met up in the schoolyard with the exploration team who had returned from their trip. Their disappointed faces told me all I needed to know. I still had to ask, just in case, how'd it go? They weakly shook their heads. That's too bad. 6 days left. Slowly but surely, our time was running out. What do you want to talk about? Today's day 36. That reminded me of something. Do Do you remember what happened on day 36 in the Box of Calamity timeline? If I remember correctly, Ado used parallel leap machine to jump to another timeline. That's right, but then we never found out which one he jumped to. Are you saying you figured it out? No, it's not that, but something about it still bothers me. It reminds me, Ado escaped from his cage back then too. His method was different this time around though. In the Box of Calamity timeline, someone broke the lock out of the cage for him. Someone. If you don't remember, it's for the best. What? At any rate, he used a different plan here in this timeline. He managed to escape the cage all by himself. Yeah, he did the same strategy as Eva. Ah, so that's what happened. Ado used the same method Eva did in the mystery timeline. I'm just realizing that now. Well, it took me a while to connect my dots myself. On day 9, remember the way Eva escaped in the mystery timeline. And at that point, I was suddenly assaulted by a violent headache. I suddenly remember what happened in the mystery timeline. That's why I said what I said. Where did you take her going? I could hear her calling for me. I responded without turning around. I want to confirm something with Ado. Confirm what? Isn't it obvious? Sad. The scandalous Atsuki disappearance. That's fine. I don't know what you're up to, but I want with you. What are you two doing? It's almost time for bed. Couldn't you get any sleep? Did you come here so I could read Snow White to you? Unfortunately, I don't have any fairy tales. Shut up, I'm here to ask you something. No, really? So you got out of that cage yourself, didn't you? That cave person you said unlocked it for you doesn't really exist. What are you blabbing about, Takumi? The bottom part of the animal pen wasn't secured in place. It's just a heavy iron cage mounted on a base. Still weighs 1 ton. It's not something anyone can move with a bare hand. That's why you came up with an idea using buoyancy. The courtyard can be sealed airtight. If the gym was sealed off and the fountain valve was wide open, the courtyard would be full of water in a matter of hours. And what would happen if there were 100 inflated 10-liter balloons and the cage wouldn't have happened? Archimedes' principle states that the upward buoyant force is equal to the weight of displaced water. 100 balloons that hold 10 liters each make 1,000 kilograms, 1 ton of upward force that cancels out the weight of the cage and reduces to near zero. You barely needed to use a single figure. You're able to lift the cage with just the slightest effort. That's how you escape. I heard my explanation. Ado broke out with a bright grin. Bravo, what a brilliant deduction, Detective. There's no reason for me to hide anything now that you figured out that much. Then tell us, why did you invent the cave person? To sow distrust and discord naturally. Why do you go to the infirmary? To destroy the revival-matic. Without that, you'd all be in this tough spot, wouldn't you? You haven't changed at all. You're still a liar, traitor, and untrustworthy scumbag. No, I feel so terribly wounded. Maybe it would make me feel better if I told everyone about your little trips through time. Apologies. On your knees and hand and knees. Put that low, sloping forehead of yours on the ground. And scream about how sorry you are with tears screaming down your face. Do that, I might forgive you. Come on, we'll only waste your time talking to him. Are you going? That's too bad. I happen to be aware of some valuable intel that you might be interested in. Valuable intel. I won't say a word until I get that apology. He's bluffing. Don't pay him any mood. Don't pay him any mind. Yeah, you're right. Let's get out of here. We spent the entirety of the next day searching for the QB liquid. Unfortunately, our search didn't turn up anything, and time flew by without any mercy. The morning of day 38 was upon us without so much as a hint of a lead. Okay, catch you guys later. Be careful out there. Or don't, be as reckless as you want. We only have 5 days left. That's right, don't hesitate to make sacrifices. Do whatever it takes to find that QB liquid and bring it back to the school. Make sacrifices. If we die outside the wall, we can't come back. He's telling us he doesn't care if it comes down to that. Not so heartless, I won't let that comment slide. Sir, he can say whatever he wants. It doesn't mean we have to agree. Right, your biggest priority is making it back in one piece. That's an order, understood? I am so grateful for your words of encouragement. Yes, we should go now. I decided to see what they were up to. I haven't really hung out with Shoma at all. I wonder what he has to say. Shoma, what are you doing here? I was looking at the fish in the tank. Watching animals makes me feel at peace. Yeah, this tank is great. Feels like a real aquarium. Wow, fish are so cute. I want to take care of them. Maybe I should live in the tank too. I don't think that's actually possible, Shoma. He sure loves animals. Local in the library? That's crazy. Oh, I didn't think I ran into you here. I'm surprised to see you in the library. Do you like reading? How dare you? I never read. I'm not bragging, but 3 words in and I'm knocked out. The printed word is my only weakness. So what are you doing here? Don't you realize, Takumi? Books are heavier than you think. Dictionaries are especially great. When I stack about 100, I feel more of a burden than I do doing bench presses. You're training with books? Winner, chicken dinner. I'm a pro wrestler, so the only thing on my mind is training. Is this seriously how she uses books? I feel like using a dumbbell or like just weights is more efficient. The exploration team came back past 10 p.m. Yeah, sorry about that. What, did you find anything? Don't tell me. You found the QB liquid? No, we weren't that successful, but we got something else instead. Important piece of information. What information? We were searching around some buildings on the way here, and we happened upon a platoon of enemies making camp. Of course, we hid ourselves right away. Those clowns never saw us, but we overheard their leader talking to someone through the wireless comms. We heard them mention the particle bacteria. The exploration team excitedly continued their tale. They learned something from the platoon leader's conversation. A few days ago at an enemy base, the relay station, there was a particle bacteria outbreak. They quarantined the corroded areas but couldn't stop the spread completely. That's why the platoon had been sent out to that cluster of buildings to look for a way to combat the bacteria. The last thing we heard the leader said is we secured the QB liquid. I already sent it to the relay station. It should arrive any minute now. So you're saying there's QB liquid at the enemy base. Surprise, we heard everything. What an incredible feat. And you made it back in one piece. Your commanding officer is so happy you're okay. Quit with that, man. Anyways, I know we just got the news, but I need you to go immediately. Go where? Isn't obvious? The enemy relay station. Of course, we can't leave the school empty. You never know when there might be a surprise attack. Those of you who went out today should probably stay here. You're probably exhausted after all that walking. Wait a minute, I get why the defense team should be the ones to go, but you mean right now? You're darn right. If you don't go now, you won't make it in time. Even by bus, it takes 8 hours to get to the base. Then we make it even if we left tomorrow. We still have 4 days left anyways. I think you're forgetting something. The school bus right now is... Oh, dang, we can't use the bus because of the particle stuff. Exactly, that's why we need the defense team to set off now, preferably sprinting. Do you want us to run when it would take the bus 8 hours? It'll be fine. We're confident you can make the trip in a mere 32 hours. 32 hours. Oh, that's rough. After taking a moment to rest our eyes, those of us assigned to the expedition team left for the base. There were 8 of us in all. Moko, Darumi, Shoma, Gaku, Tsubasa, Kurura, Hiroko, and me. We were cautioned against using Tsubasa and Shoma's class weapons to make the journey easier. We'd be in for a fight when we got to the base, so we needed to preserve our Himo anima as much as possible. According to Surya and Nago, class weapons were capable of that kind of extended use anyways. Our only option was to run. So they just walked it probably, because I don't think they're good enough to run for that long. Maybe that was an exaggeration, but aside from short breaks for food, we really did keep running. An overwhelming amount of time passed, and before I knew it, it was the start of another day. Maybe they're just that cracked. Super soldiers, I guess. Everyone else seemed in a daze, constantly moving their legs, even as they grew limp and weak. Right as I opened my eyes, Hiroko, who was leading the charge, called out, "We're here." We stopped and made our way to the top of a nearby hill to survey the situation. What we saw there was... After some quick recon, we snuck into a nearby storm drain. Getting here was really tiring, wasn't it? For real, not even a real killing game could make me feel this close to death. Can we rest for a sec? I can barely move a muscle. No, we don't have time. You're a cold-blooded psycho. It's severe than a homicidal mastermind. Is it confirmed we're going to fight the enemies in the base, right? Isn't that obvious? It's not like if we politely ask them for the QB liquid, they'll just hand it over with a smile. You've all heard the enemy intel, right? Right, Hiroko told us on the way here. The name of the commander is Quinzel. He flies around in the sky. So annoying. Now with my specialist skill on our side, I'll whip up some surface-to-air artillery and knock him down one shot. Thing is, I'll have to start crafting it after he appears. One last thing, there's no revivals, so be careful. Right, without the school bus, we never make it back to the infirmary in time. Exactly, so if things look shaky, retreat immediately. Got it? Okay guys, let's do it. Special defense unit, move out. And then they teleport back up there anyways. We use animation, can't do it in the hill. No, like, annihilate all enemies in one turn. All enemies annihilated. Wave 2, end. No, it's over. He's coming. It's Quinzel. Also, easy mode though. He's here, just like a moth fluttering around a bonfire in summer. Alright, cover me. I need to focus on crafting the artillery. Hello, Earth's peasants. Am I talking to myself here? It's an honor to be tasked with protecting someone as noble as me. Everyone's right. Everyone. Kurura's right. See, he gets it. No, I mean, forget about honor or nobility or whatever. Just cover her. Understood. Got it. That's how a true leader slaughters her prey. Yeah, same animation as before, I'm guessing. You freaking survived. Naughty Kurora, you broke her promise. I never said it would kill her. I said it would knock her down. Okay, here it goes. The pain, it hurts. Why would you do something so cruel? You're asking us? And why do you? Suddenly Quinzel broke off and stared at something behind him, following off. Oh, a UFO. I don't see no UFO. Don't tell me. We turned around, but it was too late. Did he run away? Looks like it. With that idiotic trick, not even a kid would have fallen for that. And yet we did fall for it. So you're saying we're dumber than a bunch of little kids. I'm surprised Shizuhara fell for it. Because, like, they fell for it in a different timeline, so they shouldn't fall for it again. I found it. It's here. Show me, did you really find it? Yeah, in a storage room in the back. Then let's see it. There was no doubt about it. That's QB liquid. Yahoo, we did it. We can use this to get rid of the particle bacteria, right? Yep, completely and thoroughly. Good work, Shoma. Great work. I didn't know you had it in you, Shoma. Now we can take a break. I don't think so. We don't even have time to stand still, let alone sit down and rest. Huh? We only have 2 days left. It's going to take us 32 hours to get back. We won't arrive until tomorrow night. And I'm assuming you're all too tired to run at the same speed we did on the way here. That means we'll be racing against the clock. If we really push ourselves, we might make it by the morning after tomorrow. But, son, servant? Servant? Let's just get going. The others are counting on us. The rest of us could only sigh. That Hiroko is just like I said. She's a cold-blooded psycho. With that, we all staggered after her. My consciousness was so hazy that I felt like I was running inside a nightmare. My legs were out of strength. I imagined there were 2 withered ancient tree trunks attached to my body. Morning finally came. The sun set. And even as night came, we never stopped. When we were doing it, at that point, could hardly be called running. Even walking would have been too generous a description. My body felt like it wasn't mine anymore. It was like I was having an out-of-body experience. Suddenly I heard a voice. The day is about to change. I had no idea who said it. For all I knew, I might have said it myself without realizing. Feeling blurry and hazy, we crossed over into a new day. You guys hardly know what to say in a situation like this. Welcome back, just isn't up. You've returned safely. I was so worried that my heart almost broke. My dear sister, I prayed for you every day. Damn it, what the hell is this? Some kind of salty shit coming down my eyes. My eye too. My eyes are squirting. The defense team all looked genuinely happy to see us back. We appreciate that, but all we could do was muster a dry laugh. So what about the QB liquid? You found it, right? Tsubasa weakly lifted her arms to bring it out. Hey, nice work. I knew you could do it. Thank you so much, everyone. Now, Miss Kwan, I hate to ask you so soon after your return, but do you think you get started on dealing with the bacteria? Tsubasa looked completely drained. Her hollow eyes stared at Janata as she answered, fine, but I can't do it alone. I need everyone's help. She looks like we made it time. Good thing the school has replication machines. Thanks to that, we managed to synthesize a large quantity of undiluted QB liquid. That should clear out the particle bacteria. There's no chance of it spreading now. But what about the bus? It's still a corroded mess. I guess I'll have to figure out something. You want to repair it? Yeah, I did this kind of thing plenty at Grandpa's garage. What a relief. And now, Kwana, Your honorable sorry, sir. Nico ran over to comfort his fallen superior. Who would do such a thing? I only looked around to find the culprit, only to see that everyone else was staring at me. Apparently I was the one who kicked him. It all happened unconsciously. Sorry, sir, I'm so tired I'm losing my sense of reason. So he does not appear to be listening up here. Yeah, he's out like a light. Is everything okay? I mean, what do you think of me? Isn't the bomb inside you supposed to go off if you lay a finger on Surrey? It's probably fine. I agree. After all, Takumi might have laid something on him, but it wasn't a finger. It was a foot. I mean, technically it was a shoe, unless he's shoeless right now, but that doesn't make sense. Looks like we solved our particle bacteria problem in this timeline anyways. Yeah, we should give some QB liquid to the hunt timeline too. Next time we'll be able to use, next time the blood space waves will be high enough, it's day 45, we'll be able to leap them between 5 and 11 a.m. It will still be a while before we could get to the hunt timeline. Sure hope the damage hasn't spread too badly by then. Me too, but there's something else we have to do first. Are you talking about the Med-Chem Psychosis book? We'll resume our search tomorrow. Tomorrow will probably be our last day, actually. Right, we only have 10% of the books to let go. Yeah, 10% of the books to go through now. I staggered and wobbled back to my room. When I lay my worn-out husk of a body down, I was greeted by intense drowsiness. I had no idea what happened after that. A second later, I was completely unconscious. Well, I mean, yeah, he just basically ran for 3 days straight. Soon took me. How long do you plan on sleeping? You're too old to act like this. I'm literally a teenager. In case you forgot, we ran 2 marathons, fought a battle in between, and had to hose the school down with QV liquid as soon as we got back. I'm dying from lack of sleep here. Keep it down. We're in the library. Who cares? Nobody's even here. I'm here. Are you blind or something? Did I just tell you to quiet down, Smooth Rain? You're yelling too. I'm glad to see you're doing okay. Same to you. After a short rest, Hiroko spoke solemnly. Alright, let's get started for real this time. We spent like felt like an eternity here in the library, in silence. My head was empty and incapable of independent thought. We were just staring at the light of a lamp dangling from the ceiling, transfixed. I had no idea how much time passed then, but I heard an announcement. Let's head back. I tried to answer, but my mouth was too dry to move. There's no sense in lingering. The book wasn't in here after all. It might be out there beyond the wall of fire, but I have no idea how we'd find it. There's no libraries or bookstores out there. It would be like trying to find a needle in a haystack. Does that mean we're going to have to give up on the book and find another way out of this loop? That wasn't over what happened yesterday. The black lump was still stuck in my chest. But we still had more than 50 days until day 100. We'd be sure to find a way to break out of the loop by then. I firmly resigned myself and decided to walk around the school like normal. That's not bad. It's like 450. The sun set and the scenery turned dark and dusky. A similar phenomenon was happening in my chest. I couldn't stop thinking about the loop. Was there really no way out of it? As I was mulling it over, I realized I wasn't alone. Eva, do you need something? There's something I wish to report to you. Mr. Sumino, you said you were looking for something called a Reflections on Imprecatory Mentum Psychosis, right? Yeah, I did. What about it? I think I might have figured out where the book is. What? I was talking to Mr. Ginzaki, and somehow we ended on the subject of Miss Child-Tsuki. Ito has been locked in the room since day 3. Pardon my asking this, but is he doing alright? How is his emotional well-being? I give him his meals regularly. He seems to be the same as always. He's actually pretty fond of that place. He told me it's quiet and relaxing. He even said it's perfect for reading. What do you want to know? Okay, Shoma sold. Shoma actually sold. I know where the book is. Let me guess, you finally figured it out. Where do you put that book? I've got it right here. What the? All the pages are ripped out. What happened to them? You know anything about goats? I've been told more than once that I look like one. Don't tell me. That's right, I ate them. You gave me so little food, I was so hungry I just couldn't help myself. Did you read it? You did, didn't you? Why do you think I asked if you had finally figured it out? There's information relevant to our situation in there. You knew we'd show up for it eventually, isn't that right? That's not all. I'll give you a hint on day 36. I happen to be aware of some valuable intel, so there was information. Well then, I guess we're done here. You're going to repeat those same 100 years, 100,000. So envious that I might have to sleep it off for a while. I'm going ahead to call it a night. Sleep tight, you two. Fucking brainwash him. Destroy him. That's your only solution. Come on, do it. Okay, I'm done configuring the machine. Everything's ready. Now we just have to wait for 5 a.m. and the QB liquid. Got right here. I asked the boss to give me a little extra. By the way, what do we know about Ado? Are we going to force him to tell us if he knows somehow? That would be a waste of time. Torture doesn't work on his side. Then what do we do? Let's think about it. We still have time, and right now we need to focus on the leap at hand. Our goal isn't anything too complicated. We just have to get the QB liquid to Sebastian in the hunt timeline. But it's possible somebody might slip and crack his head somewhere along the line, isn't it? Next time the blood space waves will surge is on day 50. There's a battle on day 47, so we can't afford to linger at any circumstances. Don't worry, I won't screw up like that again. Now go ahead and work your magic. Alright, let's go. So we know he gives them the QB liquid because we've gone through that timeline before. It's light out. The morning announcement hasn't played yet, but somebody might wake up early and come over here. Let's proceed with caution. Don't make a sound. Got it. First we head for Takumi 4's room. Shouldn't we head to Tsubasa's looking like this? When she wakes up and screams in our face, then what? But why do we need to go into my room? I need you to become Takumi 4 again. Then you can give the QB liquid to Tsubasa and explain how you got it. Just make something up. But if Takumi 4 wakes up while we're at it, we'll have a mess on our hand. That's why. Sedate him. Can you be a little gentler when you do that? Even if he's from another timeline, he's still me. I know, that's why I did like that. More importantly, change clothes and get to Tsubasa. I'll take your suit and head for the capsule room. What do we do about him? We leave him here and go. The anesthetic I use is more powerful than one from last time. He'll be out for a whole day. We've got nothing to worry about. I'm ringing the doorbell. Tsubasa opened the door, sleepily rubbing her eyes. What is it? So early. Sorry about that. I have something to give you. No way, this is QB liquid, but where did you get it? I snuck out and did some extra exploring last night and found it then. Where? Oh jeez, where was it? It was so dark I couldn't really see. Well, whatever. What matters is we can use this to get rid of the particle bacteria. Thank you, Takumi. You're seriously the best. No, that's not what I meant. I was going to blow the lid off the whole operation if I kept talking. Well, good luck with everything. Wait, aren't you going to help? Or heartless much? I'm kind of trying to maybe I'll just disable the shower and toilet in your room. Wait. Fine, you win. I'll help you. Great, then let's get right to it. I should have wiped out the bacteria. Thanks, Takumi. You really saved us. This hangar was the only place affected by the bacteria, right? Yeah, for now. But just be sure, I'll spray it around the school later. I can use the replicator to increase our stock. How about the escape pod repairs? I'll just have to give it a shot. It looks like it's going to be a serious task, though. When I sprayed the liquid around just now, I got inside the pod from a gap in the corroded wall, external wall. From there, I saw the control system was a mess. I'll need to replace everything, including the circuit board. I don't really know about that stuff, but it sounds like a lot of work. But there was one good thing. If we replace the control system circuit board, we'll be able to manually deploy the pod from the war room. Manually. So we can escape the pool without waiting for day 100. Exactly, but it's going to take at least 50 days to fully repair it. So I'll be done at day 95 at the earliest. That barely changes anything. Can't the others help you with some of it? There's probably they could do now, but I can't really ask them for help right now. We're smack dab in the middle of the invader hunt after all. What are you saying? We got a track a while ago. Since the real sponsor showed up on day... $33. The sponsor's still alive? Yeah, sponsor said the one that got killed on day 31 was a spare. The cockroach still out there, right? Which means she's likely hiding somewhere in the school. If I was looking for a place to hide in the school without being found... Underground. The hidden room. Ado? What are you doing here? I see, you must be Hiruko. I recognize the voice. Identifying people by their voice rather than their appearance is something of a forte of mine. It's because everyone looks like hideous monsters. Oh, you know about that. I can't say I'm surprised. The suits tell me you have experience jumping to other timelines. Hiruko, you don't belong to this timeline, do you? The Hiruko from this timeline is already dead. You're here from some other timeline. That's where you learned about my secret. The same probably goes for you, Takumi. Hiruko being alive and well doesn't seem to bother you at all. Which means the two of you jumped for the same timeline, didn't you? So what if we did? I was thinking out loud. After that, you're the same as us. You don't belong to this timeline either. How despicably cruel. Even if this isn't my timeline, that's hard to forgive. You must be from the Box of Calamity timeline. You jumped here on day 36, didn't you? Box of Calamity, that's what you're calling it. You're probably right. I imagine that's the timeline it came from. There's no way that happened by chance. Oh, but it did. So that's a surprising considering my specialist skill. Special fortune telling. Fine, we'll just say it's a coincidence. Let me ask you something. Are you the sponsor of the Invader Hunt? No matter what happened in this timeline, you're just as dense. The Invader Hunt started on day 26. How could I sponsor the game when I only arrived here on day 36? And the real sponsor must be... Akoji. Oh, you know... Do you two know who it is? Not the answer, huh? Well, so be it. I'm not interested in the sponsor anyways. Then what are you doing here? Why are you here? I want to read. Read? Why would you do that? You don't know why someone would want to read? You're terminally stupid, I fear. I read to satisfy my intellectual hunger. There's so much I want to know about humanity, about space, about the laws, physics that govern it all. And of course, the mystery behind my own existence. You two are completely unrelated to my timeline, so allow me to confess the fault. Deep down, I want to see the way people, the way you see them. Purely as a matter of intellectual curiosity. So I happened to reading all kinds of books to make it... so I started reading all kinds of books to find a way to make it happen. Unfortunately, it seems there is some kind of glitch in my brain. So long as I have that, I won't be able to perceive the people the way you do. So that isn't. Shall we cry about it together? All I want to do is be friends. Do you know something about how to get this glitch out of my brain? If you do, I think I could be your comrade, Gran, in the truest sense of the word. I suppose there was no point in asking. You don't believe me, do you? I'll just have to disappear, I suppose. Disappear? Don't tell me. Exactly. See you around. A stun grenade. Stun grenade? Shouldn't that just be a flashbang? They missed the timing. You shouldn't sleep hard. Maybe it's an after effect of leap damage. This is my room, right? Are we back in steady fundamental? Of course. And who do you think I have to thank for that? Don't tell me again. I seriously considered just abandoning you this time, but I knew I'd miss having an errand boy, so I carried you back. Was it a stun grenade that went off? Were you alright? I was wearing my leap suit, so I took almost no damage. What happened after that? After the lights subsided, 803 was gone. 3? He was the 80 from the Box of Calamity timeline. The versions of us in that timeline are Hiruko 3 and Takumi 3, right? I figured the same could apply to him, so 803 got away. I tried to chase him out, but you're already incontinent and laid out. Don't you mean inanimate? We were also running out of time to make the leap, so I had to give up on 803. We have to do something. Kakuji is at that timeline too. That's true, but let's set it aside for a moment. There's someone I want to introduce you to first. It's a Domenic cognitive reconstruction therapy device, the new improved version. So who do you want me to introduce you to? We're ready for it, so come on out. Ado? I instinctively balled up my fist and squared up. It's okay, he's on our side now, on our side. Just to be absolutely clear, this is this timeline's Ado, in other words, 801. You live outside of the capsule room? Yes. Why? Don't be so alarmed. Takumi, I've been completely reborn. I don't understand, I looked at Hiruko. Do you remember what 803 said in the hunk timeline? That gave me an idea. The cerebral glitch repair program? Exactly. I figured that wouldn't be enough to get rid of bone-deep content for the humanity. So you use the Domenic thing? Yes, with Suri and Nago's permission, of course. Well, originally, the machine couldn't be used on special defense unit members, but thanks to my improvement on its design, I was able to use it on Ado. And thanks to Iruku, I'm as you see now. Well, I suppose I don't look any different, but my mind feels like it's been thoroughly cleansed. And what do we look like to you now? How can I explain? To start with, Iruku looks like an intellectual, refined woman of great beauty. On the other hand, Takumi, you look like a half-rotten cherry tomato that's been left in the back of the refrigerator for too long. He's still glitched. That was a joke. In truth, you're a beautiful young man with a dignified face full of courage and compassion. Or maybe I've said too much. At any rate, appearance is something that only can be described as subjectively. What I see and what you see are not necessarily the same. But at the very least, I no longer have the psychological aversion to your appearance that I used to have. To put it simply, in my eyes, you all look truly beautiful. There's exploration in. You really don't feel hatred for us or the rest of humanity now? That's right. So we can trust you now. I swear it on my life. To tell us about the book. What did you read in it? Exactly what you expect. It covers the history examples of time loop phenomenon, as well as some scientific considerations. There was. You jumped to the past from day 100 to day 2, right? The loop was triggered by that first trip back in time. Once forces applied to an object, it will continue to move at the same speed until additional external forces applied. That's the law of inertia. Without friction or resistance, a spinning top will continue to spin forever. A pendulum continues to swing from side to side. A weighted spring continues to move from up and down. That's exactly what your situation is like. How do we break out of the loop? The best way to explain it is the example of the spring. You two are on the weight of the spring. Time moves from day 2 to day 100, but can't progress any further. The restoring force of the spring brings back to day 2. So how do we cut loose from the spring? Do we increase the weight? Precisely. But how do we do that? Let me get this straight. At this point, it all comes down to the lives of the Special Defense Unit. Their lives. Indeed, the weight here is the weight of life itself. In short, if all Special Defense Unit members in this timeline survive until 10 a.m. on day 100, the sum of all their lives will serve as a huge weight that can tear away the mighty spring that is the time loop. Yes, we can finally break free of the time loop. We just have to keep everyone in this timeline away. That's no problem. Everyone's survival was one of my goals anyways. Has no one survived the entire time? There's literally a romance route. Everyone lived in that timeline. Rest some route. Everyone... Okay, not everyone's alive in that one. Oh, they all got eaten. That's what it was. Everyone got absorbed into one being. Well, our friend's survival is directly linked to our escape from the loop. The situation just got much simpler. Thank you, Ado. I'm gonna trust you for now. For now? That's good enough, I guess. It's hard to regain lost trust. I'll do everything I can to support you until you can trust me unconditionally. So, what is the chance that Ado was actually cured? Probably not high. There's only 3 things guaranteed. He's a traitor. We spent 3 hours going over this last night. We've heard your arguments against it, but in the end, you all agreed to it. Well, you two sound so confident. We were so passionate, it was like you two were spitting fire. It just felt right to trust you. As a gutter dweller like me is permitted to say so, Ado does seem different from before, somehow. That's right, his aura was poopy brown, but now it's shiny and poppy red. Thank you, although I'm not sure if that was quite a compliment. Besides, you heard what Suri said. Right, if Ado does anything even a little threatening, he'll detonate the bomb inside of him. Oh, did I say that? You did, sir. Oh, sure, I'll take your word for it. I was so sleepy then, I don't really remember. For the love of murder, are you feeling okay? Like I said last night, I'll follow our captain's lead. I agree, as do I. I personally am quite opposed. Huh? Introducing a new character now will just take attention away from me. I want everyone's praise and adoration. I want everyone to fawn over me. I'll toss you a frisbee later. Then I'm on board. Thank you, everyone. Ava's right. I am like a new character on the battlefield, but I'll give him my all to fight for you. Then maybe you'll fawn over me after the battle. What is with this freaky old Enka song? It's a folk song, right? I kind of like it. Went over the reason for the song trust already, so no need to live that again. 2 commanders will attack this time, Taratumi and New Gank. The former commands sound waves. Should try to pull us into hallucinations by playing frequencies inaudible to human ears. To prevent that, we have to play a particular piece of music that includes waveforms in an anti-phase to hers. That's the folk song you're hearing right now. By playing the song in advance, the enemy sound waves will be cancelled out, which means no hallucinations. Isn't that right, Suri? Perfect recap, Shizahara. Couldn't have said it better myself. What the hell? Aren't they kind of early? I thought you said the enemy would attack after the morning announcement. Oh, that's weird. We're well past wake-up time now. Could it have something to do with how we redirected the entire system announcement music? Could have something to do with how we redirected the entire announcement system to play the song. In that case, we might be in trouble. How? If this morning announcement didn't play, there might be something wrong with the intruder alert too. There might be something wrong with the intruder alert too. Oh, I knew it. What do we do? The enemy's already breached the wall. We need to do something quick. Takumi, got it. I know firmly. Everyone, let's do it. Special defense unit, move out. This time, there should be like a shit ton of people. Okay, so they just made the zombies part bigger. Got it. Skip the battle. Nice, now you won't have to worry about those auditory attacks. I'll just turn off the music. Well then everyone, the rest is up to you. Wow up those nasty invaders. New enemy approaching. That must be the time reversal we heard so much about. Suri and Nogo warned us about this, but it's even more of a pain than I could have guessed. We better save ourselves some trouble and take out that new gang first. If we don't, this battle will never end. Alright everyone, let's show these guys what we can do and end them. Everyone, this is horrible. The school is... It's okay, keep it together. Suri told us about this trick too. Right, it's just an illusion. Once we beat Turamtami, it should go back to normal. Isn't it against the rules for them to tag team us like this? Someone's right, we need to deal with New Gang first. Okay, here goes. Battle's over with Turamtami defeated. We could see the school as it really was again, but our relief was short-lived. Huh? Where's Turamtami? New Gang's gone too. They just ran off together. They were holding each other for support. Why didn't you say anything? Well, they look so sad hopping off like that. That was enough for me. I had a good idea of what the Tens were thinking. They could probably see themselves in those two commanders as they helped each other. Well, whatever, I don't feel like chasing after them to finish them off. They were so completely covered in wounds, their organs and bones will be in tatters by now. I doubt they'll show up here again. When it's time for the usual? I think so. Alright, ready and go. Everyone's voice resounded loudly. There was a moment's silence, and Zomi spoke. That's not fair, Takumi. I'm the one who usually leaves a chance. But Sir Takumi's our leader. You probably should have been the one saying it the whole time. And fine, I'll let you do it from now on. But a little advice? You have to do the ready and go like you really mean it. Put some spirit into it. Such detail. I didn't know she put that much thought into it. Everyone giggled as they looked into Zomi. She blinked innocently a few times. When does the fawning I was hoping for start? Mr. Atsuki, did you really contribute to the battle that much? Come on, I definitely did. Didn't you see? Well, you'll just have to wait. Our next defensive battle is in 10 days, so I suggest you start training for that. No, that's unfair. Oh. Takumi finally got his memories. I pulled upright and looked around me. This is my room. My body was freezing. The cold sweat soaked every inch of me. Was that a dream? It's something that happened in another timeline. Okay, I'm gonna end the stream now. It seems like something interesting will happen tomorrow when I play this game again for the